Hi, and welcome to College Planning Untangled, where we simplify our families' lives when they're thinking about college and how to plan for college. I'm Kristin Clark. I'm a career exploration coach for 16 to 26-year-olds. And this is Bobby Hood, our SAT, ACT tutoring expert. Bobby, how are you doing today?
Just great. Yeah, it's time to talk about, college stuff. Like a lot of people we've gotten to decision day, right? And people are committing to colleges and starting to get those plans together. And so I thought today we'd talk for a little bit about the FAFSA.
Oh my gosh, the
Right.
craziness. Yes, the craziness that's going on with that.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah, so I just thought I think a lot of people have seen in the news like they did some changes this year, and then there were a lot of delays related to this. But I thought let's just have a time where we talk about what it is and why people should fill the thing out, right?
Yes.
So,
And
so
timing of that too, Bobby, I'm sure you'll
mhm,
cover that, but it was always like, okay, well, it's going to go back 2 years and all the weird
mhm.
stuff. But go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay. So first thing, the FAFSA is it's the free application for federal student aid, right? And there's a lot of misinformation about it out there, I think. But basically, it's something that you have to fill out every single year that you have a kid that's going to be in college the next year, right? And like the deadline to fill it out is June 30th each year. But that's not when you need to fill it out, right? You need to fill it out back in, January or February while you're applying to colleges. Did you have to fill this thing out back in those days?
Bobby, I did. And it was hard.
Hmm.
So hopefully they're working on that.
Yep.
You have to put all your tax information in there.
Hmm.
For families that they don't share how they're doing financially with their kids. I
Right.
mean, and basically it's on you to do it.
Right.
I'm a big proponent of having kids do this stuff, right? And
Right.
do this stuff because they've got to start understanding what's all involved. But, for families that they don't want to share, that's kind of a challenge. Yeah, it just
Absolutely.
and then Bobby, I got on there was no follow-up,
Hmm.
from them to even say, well, we never got any money. I don't know if that was because we filled the form out wrong or if it was
Right.
they got to make that better.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's one of the things that this year, they apparently made some improvements that are supposed to make the form easier to fill out. But then because of the changes or something, processing time got delayed a lot, and so people didn't get their answers, nearly as
Yeah,
quickly as
Bobby
they
cut
should
out.
have.
So
Did I?
hopefully
Yep.
what they're doing is making this form easier to fill out so that they can process it faster, right?
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that they include some feedback with
Right.
that as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Am I back? Are you hearing me?
You're back. Yeah.
Okay, good. And yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. And uh so let's just go through really quickly what the deal is, right? So most people would think that the FAFSA is only for families with a low income. And that is the primary idea, is that the first thing the FAFSA does is determines who gets Pell Grants. And Pell Grants are like $8,000 or so is the maximum size of a Pell Grant. And generally is like mostly for families with a household income of less than $30,000. So that's one thing. Like, families with a low income level absolutely needs to fill that out to get that. What what a lot of people don't realize is that there are a lot of colleges and states that have state grants that you can only get if you fill out the FAFSA. And there are colleges that have scholarships and grants and even merit scholarships that they will only award to families that fill out the FAFSA, right? And so it just all depends on the college. It is possible that if you are a family with, a median or high income, then it is certainly possible that the FAFSA won't do anything, right? But you need to find out whether your college or the state you live in or things like that might be giving merit scholarships that are based on it. And that's the reason why everybody should all like it's always recommended that everyone should fill it out. And according to, let me paste this link in here. Here's a link to an article on this topic. They mention in this article that there are 1 million students last year who would have gotten money who didn't fill out the FAFSA
Wow.
and would have received it. And that's just the Pell Grant, right? And so people just don't realize to do it. And also another thing is that you can use the IRS data retrieval tool, which literally will, as you're filling out the FAFSA, you can literally connect to your IRS login and click a button and it fills the whole form out for you.
All right.
And
I
isn't
will
that better?
read that when I see
Right?
it. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Thank you.
right. And the interesting thing is that also if you fill out the form and and you don't use that tool, there is a chance that the college university is going to say, hey, we want to review this, and they're going to ask for additional they're going to ask for additional supporting evidence or something like that. But if you use the IRS connection tool, then you're not going to get, it'll just fill itself out. Yeah, and you basically just fill in your personal information. It is interesting because it's technically the student who's supposed to fill out the FAFSA, right? But most parents end up doing it themselves because how could you expect a high school student to understand and fill out all that stuff? It's a complicated form. It's a lot like it is an IRS form, right?
And they need you anyway because it's all your stuff and your passwords and all the stuff. So I mean,
exactly right. Yeah. And so that's basically it. But so it is apparently a little easier now because because now you can just pull your data straight from the IRS and fill the thing out. And I think the idea is just unless you could literally call the school and ask them and say, is there any effective filling out the FAFSA but if you've got multiple colleges and you're trying to compare the financial aid packages, it is definitely possible that, the way I look at it, and this is the most important thing, is colleges, when they are putting together, sorry, let me back up. You have to fill out the FAFSA in order for the college to be able to, for the IRS to calculate what's called the expected family contribution, EFC. The result of filling out the FAFSA is there's a dollar amount that is called the expected family contribution. And that is the amount of money that they think, based on your family's finances, that you are able to pay each year for college. And then some colleges will design their financial aid package to meet that EFC. And so if the result of the calculation is that your expected family contribution that you would be able to pay is $40,000 for the next year, but that school's tuition is more than $40,000, in theory, the school would then put together a financial aid package where that's the amount you're going to pay, and they're going to put together grants and other scholarships or whatever it is to cover the rest of it. That's the theoretical idea.
So that's the amount that you're going to pay. And you said that's the amount you're going to pay.
And so that's what the FAFSA form results in, that calculation, right? Some colleges will meet and honor the expected family contribution. Some colleges won't. And some colleges, it's not just that, that's need-based, right? But colleges also are putting together financial aid packages because they want you to come attend their college. So if they think that they need to, that's why they offer merit scholarships, right? They say, oh, we want this student to attend. So we're going to create a financial aid package where we give a full tuition scholarship, or we give a very large scholarship that's going to cover part of the things. That's not need-based. It is based on wanting to get the student to come to school. But when they are putting those financial aid packages together, if a family has not filled out the FAFSA, it is very possible that the college will say, oh, well, this family is basically telling us that they are perfectly happy to pay full price, and they've got the cash, and they're not concerned about it, and they're not asking for any financial aid, whether it's need-based or merit-based, right? And so even if they don't require the FAFSA for you to get merit-based scholarships, they might just feel like, oh, well, there's no reason for us to be competitive about money. This family is just going to choose whatever college they want to go to, and they're happy to write a check for tuition, right? And so that's the main reason I think that everyone should fill it out, is just simply to say, hey, we would like some help with the cost, right?
Yeah, and Bobby, not only that, also calling them up and letting them know you want a package, right? There, you might as well try.
Oh, absolutely right. And so that's one of those things as well, which is financial aid packages are absolutely negotiable, right?
Mhm.
And so you can literally say, hey, I am dying to go here. And I mean, it's better if the student makes the call, of course, but
Yep.
the student calls up and says, hey, I really want to go to this college, but man, I got this great package from this other college that is a big competitor to yours, and they're giving me this big package. Man, I really want to go here. Is there anything you could look around and do? And this is part of the thing, right? There are merit scholarships, there are all these grants, there are all these different things that the colleges can choose which students to give it to, and they offer those financial aid packages, and then students turn down the school. And so as you proceed through March, April, May, even right now, right, there are colleges like, now it's past decision day, there are students who have turned down, and there are suddenly all these buckets of money that are not
Yep.
assigned to any student, and the college is going to give them to someone probably, right? And so if you hold out and say, hey, we're really trying to make our decision right, we need to work on it, and so yeah, absolutely consider it. Like, if you want to pay less than full price, and like, if you can see that the college has a defined scholarship that is, you score 30 on the ACT and you have this GPA, you get this amount of money, then great. You don't need to fill out the FAFSA problem, right? You're just going to get that scholarship. But if anything else, if you don't want to pay full ticket, right, then fill the thing out and have that conversation, right, and compare the notes and all that.
Yep.
That's basically it.
Yep, absolutely. And Bobby, I heard a rumor that they're no longer doing the second student discount.
Yeah, that's one of the changes, I think, that they're
That's a
not.
big deal.
It is a huge deal, right? And I, like, definitely, like, if you are going to have two students, right, in the school at the same time, just search FAFSA two students, right, and see what the effects are, because that's the other piece to this is, like, there are a lot of things you can do, like, sort of tax planning, college planning wise, with respect to where you locate your money and things like that, where you can do things that will have big effects on.
Yeah, understand with that,
these
because I have gone to some of those seminars before. You
Mhm.
really have to plan that a few years ahead of time
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
move things around to make that happen.
absolutely. So for those who have, college, or high school freshmen, sophomores, and you're getting ready to get into this for the first time, don't start thinking about it senior year, right? Like, think about these things, because there are some really beneficial things you can do. Like, you can just make decisions like, oh, I'm going to spend money this year on that big house renovation project or whatever. And then suddenly you don't have a big pile of cash in your bank account that would affect these things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And so this is all very complicated stuff, but there's great resources online, and just plan ahead is all I'm saying. And just go ahead and fill this stupid thing out.
Well, and I marked in the comments, mark your calendar for January of each
Yep.
year and just do it. When
Exactly.
you're thinking about your taxes, just do it.
Yeah.
So,
And according to the data now, it takes about an hour now to fill it out by hand.
it's still a hell of an hour.
I know. Oh, it's no fun. And that's it. So yeah, so that's just a thing to think about. And if you just do this right, you might be pleasantly surprised when, some merit scholarship money comes your way or whatever.
Awesome. Thank you, Bobby. And I'll see you
All right,
next
great. Absolutely. Have a